Alrighty, this is Josh Rubin from eastwesthealing.com. Just sitting back in my office. It's a new office. I absolutely love it. Love what I do. Love my life. I wouldn't change it for anything. Just chilling today after working with some clients. Thought I would post something on my YouTube today. The question is, can you get fat from eating fat? This is huge. All I really say to my clients is, obviously I do some other stuff, but go sit on a bench in a park, watch the kids play, go to a school, go to a shopping mall, anything. Or just walk outside your business or maybe look at some of the people you work with. People are tired, overweight, stressed, and unhappy, okay? Otherwise, fat, fatigued, and depressed. Not to be a pessimist or negative, but it's the reality here. I mean, if you look at all the diseases out there, the metabolic syndromes, everyone has an itis, which is just pushing your body to the limit. Everyone has an autoimmune disease. So people are overweight. Well, if we look at people's diets or nutrition, what they're eating and taking in, most people, according to me, are eating what's called the crap diet. Caffeine or coffee, refined processed foods, aspartame and alcohol, and pasteurized milk. I've looked at hundreds of diet logs. Most people are eating high carbohydrate meals, low protein, if low or no good fat in their diet, as well as people are eating boxed, canned, and ready-to-go foods because we're lazy. Health, according to myself as well as people at the Czech Institute, is taking responsibility for yourself, down to balancing your checkbook, taking out the trash, loving yourself, and loving the environment around you. It's not just eating chicken and broccoli and drinking protein shakes. That's essentially a bodybuilder. You look good, but you feel like shit on the inside. So the question is, can you get fat from eating fat? Well, all you got to do is look around. Type 2 diabetes is running rampant, even with kids nowadays. Okay, people are not eating fat. People are getting their gallbladders taken out. They have hormone imbalances. So if we look at, fat per se, fat is actually a precursor to every hormone in your body. Every hormone in your body. So if you have a hormone imbalance, one of the things you want to do is start incorporating fat into your diet. Good fats like coconut oil. It's probably the best saturated fat there is. It doesn't denature actually when you cook with it. So it's probably the only oil you should cook with. It's a great natural anti-inflammatory. The brain is 65% saturated fat. Your cortisol that you produce to fight inflammation, regulate blood sugar and blood pressure. Precursor is cholesterol. Pregnenolone, progesterone, DHEA, testosterone, aldosterone, on and on and on. Precursor, cholesterol. So we need to start incorporating fats into people's diets. Coconut oil, olive oil, raw butter, raw milk, olive oil, avocado, certain nuts, not an over amount of nuts, because typically when you over intake nuts and certain grains, you actually produce too much arachidonic acid, which produces inflammation. When you eat carbohydrates and sugar, what happens is you release insulin from your pancreas. Insulin goes up, typically cortisol goes up. Cortisol and insulin are actually fat-storing hormones. You have receptor sites in your front of your body, the belly for cortisol, and on the sides for insulin. Look around. Where are most people gaining weight? Their belly and their waist. And what do? They have skinny legs and a flat ass. That's typically a sign of insulin resistance. If you keep eating carbs and sugar, or these boxed, canned, ready-to-go meals, or you're drinking juice, which is basically sugar water, drinking pasteurized milk, which is basically enriched sugar water, over time your body keeps releasing insulin to fight the sugar. All the receptor sites are pretty much bound up, so insulin runs rampant through the body because it can't bind to its receptors. You become insulin resistant, and this is typically type 2 diabetes. You have the flat butt, skinny legs, and big gut. Fat. When you eat fat, good fat, your body doesn't release insulin. It might release some pancreatic, not endocrine, but exocrine digestive enzymes, but it actually gives your pancreas a break. Your gallbladder will actually release bile. It helps to process and digest the fats. Bile is not a fat-storing hormone. The interesting thing is when the no-fat, low-fat craze came out, there's research that shows that the amount of gallbladder surgeries actually went up tenfold because people were not using their gallbladder. So you really can't get fat from eating fat physiologically. And it's really easy. The best clinical research you can really do is just look out the window. More and more people are afraid to eat fat, and people are getting fatter. It's a universal law. It's called the law of balance. Whatever you continue to persist upon will resist you. So if you continually to not eat fat because you don't want to get fat, you're going to gain weight. Obviously, there's other reasons. We're just generalizing here. But I want to share that physiological understanding. So you go around and when people say, well, fat is bad for you, people really don't know why. Most of the people in my arena, my clients, institute I teach for, we promote a high-fat diet, high good fat, high protein, and staying away from industrialized carbohydrates. So if you have a hormone imbalance, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, a metabolic problem, blood sugar fluctuations, fatigue, on and on and on, you want to go on a higher protein, obviously organic grass-fed, higher fat, and above-ground veggie nutrition plan for a while, then slowly add in some less processed gluten-free grains over time. Okay? So the bottom line is you can't get fat from eating fat. It actually takes fat to lose fat and take fat to lower cholesterol. If you want to read more about that, you can read the book by Sally Fallon and Mary Edenig called Eat Fat to Lose Fat, as well as check out the website Nourishing Traditions. Drawing a blank. The book is Nourishing Traditions. You can check out the website, the Weston A. Price Foundation. I think it's westonaprice.org. You'd have to Google it. And there's many other organizations to show that you can't get fat from eating fat. Signing out for now. If you want to learn more, check out our website at eastwesthealing.com or our blog at blog.eastwesthealing.com. Thanks and have a great day.